Entrepreneurship is a way of life. I think it is the pursuit of opportunities. Traditional definitions have stated that is creation of a new organization, that it's the pursuit of an opportunity regardless of the resources currently controlled. I think at Babson we take a more holistic view of it. Entrepreneurship is about pursuing opportunities. It is about acquiring resources. It's about building a team. It's about finding a marketplace and a core customer who's excited about the product that you have. Well, entrepreneurship is critically important, and I think it's important for a number of reasons. First, at Babson, we've been involved with the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, which is a project that looks at the level of entrepreneurship around the globe. We have initiated this project in 1999 with the London Business School, and we have found university partners in over 40 countries around the world, representing over 90% of the world's gross domestic product and 60% of the world's population. And what we find is that there's a high correlation between entrepreneurial activity levels within a country and their growth in gross domestic product. So entrepreneurship not only creates a livelihood for the entrepreneur, it creates wealth for the entrepreneur, it creates a way for the entrepreneur to self-actualize, to achieve their fullest potential. But it also creates wealth for society as a whole, because an entrepreneur who's successful will build an organization, hire employees, satisfy a customer need, buy supplies from suppliers, and pay taxes to support the government. Yeah, there's two types of entrepreneurship that we talk about in the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. One is opportunity-based entrepreneurship, and the other is necessity-based entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur in a developed economy will have huge opportunity costs to leave a job and pursue a new business. And so he needs to pursue an opportunity that's going to have a huge potential payoff somewhere down the road. Entrepreneur in a developing country may not have as high of an opportunity cost if they're from a lower socioeconomic group. And so there'll be necessity-based entrepreneurs. They're starting a new enterprise as a way of creating a livelihood for their family. It's also true that in developing countries, they often have a weaker social safety net. And so in a developed country, if you're unemployed, you can collect welfare or unemployment insurance, and you don't need to start a business to bring food on the table as quickly as you might in a developing country. I think the ethical code would apply across all business. I think an entrepreneur has to improve society. I think an entrepreneur should take the golden rule approach, do no harm. And so in my mind, good entrepreneurs are creating value not only for themselves, for their investors, for their customers, for their suppliers, but society as a whole, getting back to my point earlier. Bad entrepreneurs, like bad business people, try to take shortcuts, and they usually end up destroying value after some of the cards of the house start to tumble apart. Yes. I think people have within them the desire to be an entrepreneur, but that doesn't necessarily make one an entrepreneur. I think what we try to do as an entrepreneur is similar to what a coach tries to do with an athlete. If we think about Michael Jordan, he has certain physical attributes that make him a natural basketball player. He's tall, he can jump, he can run fast, but a coach can help him develop those skills and become even better. A coach can help him understand how the flow of the game is going and where the open pass might be, or when to take the shot versus drive for a layup. Likewise, a professor in entrepreneurship or a teacher at any level can help the entrepreneur achieve his or her fullest potential. We can help them see when an idea is a better or a worse or a weaker opportunity. We can help them think about how they go about pursuing that opportunity, how they go about finding resources in a cost-effective way, and how they start building a team to help them execute on the business that they're starting. I think, there are certain nations that make it easier to be an entrepreneur. The United States makes it very easy to be an entrepreneur. To establish a new business in the United States maybe takes a day to register it with the government, to start hiring employees. It also is easy to adjust the business based upon how the things are going. So if the business starts to plateau and starts to weaken, you can lay off employees. You don't want to, but you can. In other countries, maybe such as Guatemala, it's a little bit more difficult. It may take a longer time to register the company with the government, and it may be very difficult to move the labor force as you need to based upon the current situation for the company. Only in the sense that an entrepreneur is pursuing an opportunity and having to marshal the resources. I think being a businessman, whether you're a success or not, is really the same as being a successful or an unsuccessful entrepreneur. You have to have certain attributes that will help you be successful. You have to have a drive. You have to have a passion for what you're doing. But being a businessman, you're focused on different aspects of a business. You're focused maybe on the operational aspects, the day-to-day pieces of keeping the business moving forward. Whereas as an entrepreneur, you're focused on the opportunity and where you want to go and how you want to grow the business, maybe to a larger extent.